Hey it says, welcome back. Today we are talking finally about SMG-45, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game. Leave a like and subscribe, and let's deep dive into this weapon. I waited a long time to make this video, and I'm sure you played with SMG-45 before, but I wanted to wait until Season 2 or some other big patch to see if there's actually going to be any changes done to this weapon, because this weapon is extremely popular, but Season 2 is here now. They've done absolutely nothing about SMG-45. In fact, in some aspects, I think this weapon became even more viable and more versatile, so let's dive into that. The reason SMG-45 feels better now than before is because of the changes the developers have performed on stability stat in Delta Force. Basically now, stacking stability on weapons isn't like super relevant anymore. You want to get it to around 50 or 60 to have very good recoil reduction from holding your breath and a little bit less lens sway, but actually stacking it high as we used to is kinda not relevant anymore. Which means that we now can get away with having more handling, and that also applies to SMG-45. So without wasting your time, on the screen right now we have the SMG-45 build. We do pretty high damage for an SMG, 26 damage up to 25 meters, which is quite incredible for an SMG, and then we have our control, which sits at 83. Now this can go even higher or it can go lower depending on your preference, but here I think I found the sweet spot. And part of the reasons why the sweet spot is here is because of the Sandstorm vertical muzzle flash hider I'm running on my SMG-45 build, which really turns this weapon into that no recoil machine. That attachment for me personally made SMG-45 so easy to use. As somebody who almost never plays medic and most of my videos are around engineer weapons, when I picked this weapon up it felt like I'm cheating. I felt like I had some no recoil script. It's fucking crazy. Then we have our handling. As I mentioned, we don't need so much stability anymore on weapons, so our handling skyrocketed to 63 from the usual 50 or so we would have it on the old SMG-45 builds, which means that our current sprint fire delay is only 170 ms, which turns this weapon into very good hipfire machine as well, and our accuracy sits at 57, also improved from the previous iterations of SMG-45. So can you easily just run to people and hipfire them with this weapon? Absolutely. And then our stability, finally, I'll mention this last, sits at 40, decreased from 51 to 40. So we lost 11 stability, but our flinch multiplier is at 0.8, and this gun has so little recoil because we have so much control that you will definitely not feel the stability hit, honestly, at all. I didn't feel this hit when I transitioned to this new build, and you will not either. You can see how well the gun performs in many situations. It's such a versatile weapon, and the best part about it is you can use it on Luna as well. So if you're a Luna player and you don't want to play with, Scar H or AWM, all the other good weapons, you have this weapon available to you. And you have it available at level fucking 11 Warfare level. If you're a new player and you stumble upon this video and you're asking what gun should I use, I'm at Warfare level 11, it is this weapon. Don't look further. You found the gun, bro. But hey, so why would you call SMG-45 the best weapon in the game? We have the CL-19, we have the M4A1, we have a lot of other good weapons. Here's why. We went over the build of SMG-45, and all these stats create a very versatile weapon that is applicable in all situations on more than one class. You can use this as Luna, as I mentioned, and as Medic. That means you can run it as Toxic, you can run it as Heckler, for example. Need to kill somebody at 25 meters? Check. Need to do higher damage than some of the other SMGs? Check. Need to have almost no recoil? Check. Need to reload in 2 seconds? Check. Need to have low sprint to fire delay? Check. Need to have good hip fire? Check. It literally checks all the boxes, which is incredible. Oh, also need to have an extended magazine, 40 bullets, with almost no hit to the performance of the weapon? Fucking check. This is why SMG-45 is the best weapon in the game. And also the other weapons, the CL-19 and M4A1, they're amazing weapons, and I would definitely put them at like the meta tier list, no problem. They still, I think, have a learning curve. The learning curve for SMG-45 is almost non-existent. The before mentioned weapons also have relatively fixed builds, in my opinion, which you cannot deviate from much. SMG-45, on the other hand, if you so wish, you can remove my Sandstorm vertical muzzle compressor and put yourself an Echo suppressor to extend the range even further, not by much, but further, and increase the muzzle velocity of your weapon even further, creating a monster at range even more so. I sometimes switch between the Sandstorm vertical and the suppressor. The reason I'm not using it now so much as Season 2 is because the increase of Luna players has been astronomical since Season 2 dropped. She now has the Scar, she got buffed against vehicles, so basically I'm always spotted and wallhacked no matter what, which, in my opinion, lowered the usage of suppressor for me personally. Now that's for me personally. If you play in some of the easier lobbies than me, or you find that you really don't care about Luna so much, then just remove the Sandstorm vertical compressor and put yourself the echo suppressor, the weapon will perform better at range and still offer you the gunshot suppression and hiding you from the minimap depending which suppressor you're gonna pick, but I highly recommend that you pick the echo suppressor and none of the other ones. Over the course of my time playing in Delta Force, I have noticed of course that consistency is king. If you want to get a lot of kills, you want to rank up faster, you want to level up faster, or whatever your goals might be in Delta Force, the meta weapons definitely enrich that experience. And when you transition to some of the a bit mid-tier weapons, you notice a few things. First, you notice, oh, this gun, it does a lot of damage, but it has a lot of recoil, and if I upgrade the recoil, then I'm gonna lose a lot of handling, my hip fire accuracy, shit, and so on. And SMG-45 is just that one gun which does everything well. And the fact that it wasn't changed or nerfed in Season 2 was quite a shock to me. I know a lot of people complain about this weapon, and they've done nothing, so here you go. Use it while you can, or I guess we can use it forever, question mark. They're not changing the weapon, they're not changing Luna or this weapon anytime soon, I guess. So go ahead, use it. It's also, I have to say, a very fun weapon. It feels fun to use, it's extremely smooth. The low recoil in this game that has a lot of visual recoil, has a lot of screen shake, having something that combats this horrible game mechanics, in my opinion, is very refreshing. The last thing I'm gonna mention is the sights. Of course, this is personal preference. I opt to use the Cobra because I really like the Cobra. I've liked it in Battlefield 3. As a boomer who played Battlefield 3, I used Cobra there, but you can use whatever you want. You can use the Holo, you can use the Panoramic, you can use the other fast reflex scope, whatever you like. You can even try the new thermal scopes, whatever works for you. You don't have to use my scope. This is like whatever. But for me personally, I found that this one feels the best. So yeah. There's the SMG-45 build, there's the SMG-45 video. I know it comes kinda shit-faced late to the party after everybody has released their builds, but this is the Season 2 updated with better handling and everything else. And I really hope that you enjoyed this gun and this build. And if you did, leave me a like and a subscribe. Comment how you enjoyed the build. Do you already use SMG-45? Do you use something similar to my build? Or what are your guns of choice in Season 2? And yeah, with that, I'm gonna check out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.